You travel the world looking at innovative growth plans and models.
Well, I would just echo what the ambassador said, though, about the importance of people, because at the end of the day, it's the people that innovate and create the value. And while some say having this big youth population is a problem, it is a huge opportunity. I mean, Saudi youth are probably the most connected on the internet and mobility. There's a lot of social innovation underway. I mean, I just read an example of a young woman who created this very successful entrepreneurial catering business with a new business model using WhatsApp instead of a website. So I see the young people as absolutely a crown jewel. But what I would recommend, and you can look at Korea, particularly Korea, I think, is an example. They started with absolutely nothing after World War II. And yet they are a technological powerhouse. Why? Because they invested in R&D across many sectors. They're now spending more on research and development than the United States, pushing up to 5% of GDP. So what's the potential here? You have KAUST. KAUST is one of the leading global universities now. What the former king did, and King Abdullah, in creating KAUST is a huge game changer. I got to be there in November, and to see the young people in graduate work there doing advanced work on membranes and materials. Materials, of course, are going to be one of the platforms for everything in terms of next generation innovation in biotech and nanotech and even IT. So building advanced research capability here and bringing young people in to do that. Those two I see very strongly.
And that, when you talk about KAUST, you talk about a crossover and a partnership between academia, private sector, public sector. You do need that sort of mindset of openness, of imaginative thinking, of being prepared to sort of break the mold. You know, God knows that's what we saw in Silicon Valley, and we still see in the United States. For all of its problems, it has people who are prepared to break the mold. When you look at Saudi Arabia today, do you see a willingness to embrace that kind of non-conformist thinking, that kind of, you know, without wishing to use the cliche, but outside-the-box thinking?
Well, I certainly see some imagination. And I think one place where it needs to be unleashed, of course, are the women entrepreneurs. And a few years ago at the GCF, when the theme was entrepreneurship and awards were being given, I think 5 or 6 out of 10 were given to women entrepreneurs who were doing very creative things. So again, how you link in the education system and this environment for innovation, creativity, imagination, but it has to be coupled with some R&D capability at the frontier. I'll give you another example at KAUST. Dow Chemical. They could invest in research all over the world. Lockheed Martin, General Electric. Why are they putting advanced research capability in that university? Because of the people and the capacity. I mean, they have one of the most advanced supercomputers there. That's unbelievable. So there's great potential. I'd like to see 5 KAUSTs all over Saudi Arabia, not one.
All right.